Hello everyone, as seen in Thunder, I'll be reviewing / discussing the longer-awaited Hazbin Hotel series, which has finished airing on Prime recently. Created by Vivian Miranda, or known as Vivzipop, the pilot received overwhelmingly positive feedback 4 years ago and garnered a faithful fan base. I became a fan around 14-15 years old when I first saw the pilot air on YouTube for the first time and wanted the indie series to succeed. It has since indeed become one of the more popular indie animation series here on YouTube with a successful spin-off of Hell of a Boss. Vivzipop has capitalized on a unique opportunity to make her dreams come true on the platform. I won't delve into any controversy surrounding Vivian's name because this channel doesn't focus that here. I'll be discussing Hazbin Hotel. And the question I'd like to ask for this discussion after the 4 long years, was Hazbin Hotel worth the wait? I've chosen to keep this video concise by summing season 1, discussing the positive and negative aspects I noticed during my initial watch and subsequent rewatch. I will provide insight of season 1's ending and offer my predictions for season 2, similar to my approach in Carol Meet the End of the World. Hazbin Hotel roughly follows our protagonist Charlie Morningstar, daughter of Lucifer and Lilith Morningstar, as the Princess of Hell. In this universe, Heaven conducts a yearly examinations on the residents of Hell due to fear of their growing population rising up against them. Charlie, on the contrary, is what you might not expect from the spawn of the devil. She has a bright and bubbly personality, and she wants to see the best in everyone, even the degenerate in Hell. Hell, despite being the inhabitant of the worst humans of humanity, she feels responsibility to protect her people from being erased from existence by the yearly extermination. Since every sinner who winds up in hell are essentially immortal, they can only be killed by angelic weapons. This is where Charlie's idea that Hazbin Hotel comes to play, a place where sinners can actually seek redemptions in the afterlife and try to get redeemed up into heaven, effectively avoiding this whole yearly exterminations altogether. However, while this premise is intended to engage us, the audience, it falls short. Before discussing why, let's address some key points. In the early episode, Charlie attends a meeting with Adam, the leader of the Exorcist army, and the first man, of course. She tries to convince Heaven to support her plans of rehabilitating sinners, but Adam is hesitant, as seen in the song Hell is Forever. He reveals the meeting was called because of an impending extermination in 6 months, sparked by the beheading of an angel during the last exterminations. This, of course, is unbeknownst to Charlie, but was only revealed to us at the end of the episode. Well, at this point in the series, angels are considered to be invincible and invulnerable. So was it Alistair, a powerful anomaly in hell, who reappears after 7 years, coincidentally coinciding the death with the angel? Or was it Lilith, the true monarch of hell, who was responsible for Heaven's fear of hell's growing population and power? Given the narrative structure and pacing of the show, it is evident that the resolution to this mystery will likely be saved for the season finale. With only 8 episodes in season, it seems improbable that the answer will be revealed so quickly. And as for who is wondering who is responsible for this angel's death, it remains uncertain at this point. Both Alistair and Lilith are compelling candidates, each with their own motive and potential involvement. This eventually revelation is sure to be a key moment in the series, and to my disappointment, this mystery was only revealed into 3 episodes deep into the series, when Carmel Carmine, a overlord, was revealed to be the one who actually killed the exorcist. This is where I question the pacing of the show, of being the fact that it is 8 episodes long with a 24-minute runtime for each episode. My gripe with the show that it heavily relies on information set up by other previous series of Vivzipop, aka Hell of a Boss. In Hell of a Boss, it's actually shown that Carmel Carmine was some sort of weapons dealer who deals with angelic material. So it does make sense for this overlord to kill an angel, but I wish that the season 1 would expand upon this with more episodes, slowly building up to the allure of this mystery. So I can only be afraid for first-time viewers of this franchise that these unfamiliar tie-ins will be a barrier stopping them from fully understanding and enjoying the show. I feel this reliance can stop first-time or potential new fans of Hazbin Hotel from being part of the fan base. When making a series, drawing and keeping in new viewers is the most important thing on your mind and should be treated as a priority. So, if the mystery of who killed the angel isn't the main draw of season 1, then what is? As the episodes were released weekly, the show effectively built up the allure around Alistair, who quickly became a fan favorite. Alistair consistently steals the spotlight from Charlie, in my opinion, with his captivating moments in songs like Stay Gone that hint at his past with the Overlord Vox, and Hell's Greatest Dad, showcasing his dynamic with Lucifer. Within the same episode as Hell's Greatest Dad, it was actually revealed to us that someone else has ownership of Alistair's soul, which came to me as a genuine surprise and great plot twist that only adds complexity to the mystique, which is Alistair. These are the only few things that the show is able to do to keep the viewers and audience engaged and captivated from weeks on end. This is where I segue into the section of the video where I will talk about my personal positive aspects of the show and my negative aspects of the show. As I said before, the show does a great job with the handling of Alistair and many other characters throughout the show, such as Haas and even side characters like the V's, Vogue, Valentino, and Velvet. And surprisingly, yes, Serpentious. The show thrives on great character moments and interactions through dialogue and funny moments, which can give me an entertaining ride, which is the roller coaster of Hazbin Hotel. Besides the pacing and writing aspects, I found myself not dreading every moment and was quite entertained. At first, I thought I wasn't going to be a fan of the musical displays, but with this much star power behind your cast, it would be impossible not to enjoy the songs that was presented throughout the series. These songs were a great way to explore these characters and for us, the audience, to get to connect with them on an emotional level. But there was always a but. With little positives about the show, there's gonna be a lot of negatives. The 8-episode season length of Hazbin Hotel, in my opinion, didn't do the series any justice, and it hinders its future potential. With only a 24-minute runtime per episode, the series felt rushed, and the writing suffered under scrutiny. Character growth was minimal and conveyed through dialogue rather than just showing it, making it feel undeserved and lacking depth. For example, in Hell's Greatest Dad, Alistair claimed to build a father-like daughter relationship with Charlie to provoke Lucifer, but in this moment, it lacked impact due to lack of prior establishment. So when Alistair claimed to have this bond, it came out of left field, at least in my opinion. It would be nice to have some sort of substance towards this line, but to me, it just seems a way just Alistair just poking fun of Lucifer. It would have been great to see more character interaction between Alistair and Charlie, but we're only get that later down the line in season 1. If the series would have spent time with Alistair and Charlie, this line would have meant so much more. I feel like there's potential for many more meaningful character development if the series had more time to explore these dynamics. Overall, I did enjoy watching the episode and it was a fun experience, but that doesn't mean I wasn't disappointed with the writing. And as it stands currently, unless season 2 has a huge step in the right direction, Hazbin Hotel isn't even better than Hell of a Boss. The ending of Hazbin Hotel was his only saving grace, featuring the ultimate climactic battle of the hotel defend himself with the help of the Candlewood Town against Adam's angelic exorcist army, and despite the oversight how no one knew that angels can be harmed by their own weapons. The finale was thrilling. However, I want to delve into the final song, Serpentious' fate and Lilith reveal, and how these elements can impact season 2. In the final song of Hazbin Hotel, Charlie expresses remorse over Serpentious' death as he sacrificed himself for the hotel. Lucifer acknowledged Charlie's achievement in convincing him that sinners can be redeemed. Upon rewatching it, it appears more apparent that Lucifer might know Serpentious' fate and that he actually got redeemed and entered heaven, almost as if he can feel his soul leaving hell. This can actually set the stage of season 2 and explore the themes of what actually happens when a soul from hell gets redeemed and enters heaven. As we enter the part of the song, we have Vox and Valentino discussing how since Alistair is missing and hell is in an uproar, this would be a perfect time to rise within the ranks of the overlords and seize hell for their taking. This is a perfect setup for the V's being the antagonists of season 2, and I think this is actually what Vivzipop has in mind, as I hear rumors or speculations from her thinking this is such. As we get to the more important part of the song, we have Alistair in his old abandoned radio broadcast room as he's having a midlife crisis and contemplating the fact that he almost died to Adam. Here, I want to note that Alistair calls himself the great Alistair altruist, and altruist being a person who did a good and unselfless act, but he diminishes this title because it's exactly what it is. It's a title. I know there's a lot of people within the Hazbin Hotel community that think this is his last name. No, it's a title, and he disregards this, implying that his actions was not genuine and all he wants is freedom and to get out of his deal. And as he proposed, when he does succeed, he'll be the one behind the scenes controlling everything, implying that Alistair might be a real antagonist down the road. This to me is great news and adds potential to the up and coming season 2, which was greenlit at the first episode of Hazbin Hotel. The reveal of Lilith being in heaven for the whole time was an unexpected surprise and raises numerous questions to the rest of the series. One aspect of Luke's conversation with Lilith is when Lilith expresses her fear that Charlie is altering the foundation of heaven. With Sir Pinchins already being redeemed, Charlie has already affected the foundation of heaven, and I wonder, is it already too late? So with Sir Pinchins actually being a sinner who actually got redeemed into heaven, we need to see Sir Pinchins interacting with the rest of heaven's residents and see Luke's reaction to the whole ordeal. This leaves me curious to see how Luke will handle this Sir Pinchins situation, and this would be a great way to use the rest of season 2 to explore this concept. In conclusion, well, this video may seem to be lacking of a usual structure compared to my other videos. The initial point I aimed at was to cover the nuanced aspect of the series that I felt that was important. There was so much to explore within Hazbin Hotel that I couldn't find it possible to encompass it in a timely manner with this video, so I decided to make more Hazbin Hotel content in the future, and I will start doing character analysis videos on each character that I felt I was deserving, starting with my personal favorite, Alistair himself. So thanks for watching, and I hope you join me for more future Hazbin Hotel content. And yes, to answer the original question of the video, I do think Hazbin Hotel was worth the wait. This series has potential, and I want to see the writers and the staff do better until its conclusion. I'm your host Taken, and we do a little reviewing around here.